Hey class, it is Mrs. Gilling here, and we will be going over your Unit 5 video assignment. But before we do, the joke of the unit. Okay, so I don't know when you're watching this, but right now I'm making it before Thanksgiving, so I thought you needed a good turkey joke. So what did the turkey say to the computer? Google, Google, Google. Get it? Instead of gobble, 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 Google, Google, Google. Boom! Well, if that wasn't enough, I got an extra one for you. So take a look at the picture. Here's two turkeys and a bird. They're looking at the computer, and he says, "Go to Google, then type how to uncook a turkey." All right, there you go. So there's your turkey jokes for the unit. Let's go into your projects. All right, here's option number one, the essay. Think about the city or town in which you live or have lived in the past. How is or was it designed? Which of the three city structure models listed does your city or town resemble? And there'll be information in your project steps that talks about the different city models for you. If you could redesign your city, what would it be like? Would you follow one of the three structure models, combine the best features of each model, or construct a completely different model? Write a 5-paragraph essay. Describe the town in which you live and which model it most closely resembles. You may have to do online research or look at a map to determine this. Then, explain the model or combination of models that you would choose to redesign your city and the reasons for your choice. What features would you include in your city? Where would you locate banks, businesses, schools, residential areas, transportation networks, recreational facilities, parks, libraries, government buildings, etc.? Would you have a central business district? So, if you're into kind of cities and how they work and function, and whether if you've ever looked at your city and be like, man, it's like a weird design. Like, why is our city set up this way? This is a cool project for you. Here's a step list of way to kind of easily set up your essay. So first up, obviously have your introduction where you have some sort of attention grabber, let the reader know what you're talking about with your thesis statement, and then state your 3 main points. Then you want to have 3 body paragraphs. Now, it is up to you essentially how you set this up, but these are 3 things that you need to address, so I just recommend setting up in 3 different paragraphs. So my advice would be in the first paragraph, talk about the city that you live in now or one that you used to live in, and just let the people know what the city is and the current model it follows. Then in the next paragraph, write a paragraph about the model you would choose to use if you redesigned your city. So let's say you're going to redesign your city, you're going to change it up. What model would you use and why would you use that model? The most important part here is the why. You can't just say, I would use this model. You have to kind of elaborate what would make that model so good for your city. And then in your last body paragraph, talk about the features you would include in your city. Would you have a central business district? Where would you put the schools? Where would you put the government buildings? Just talk about that. And then, as always, have a conclusion where you restate your thesis statement and your main points. So that's your essay option. Here's another option for you. Project option number 2, and I think this one's a pretty fun one. Decide what the biggest form of media in your life is and then give it up for 24 hours. That means if you get most of your information from Facebook, then I don't want you to log on for a full day, 24 hours without Facebook. If TV is your go-to source, then I want you to unplug it for 24 hours. Can you go 24 hours without TV? We'll find out. Try and take this activity seriously and pick something that you truly do use the most. So if you're big on Twitter, if that's where you get your media from, get rid of it for 24 hours. Facebook, no more for 24 hours. I don't know what else is out there for you to use. Maybe it's just TV, or maybe you like to surf the internet. But whatever it is, give it up for 24 hours. And then after your 24 hours are over, I want you to answer the following questions. First of all, what form of media did you decide to give up? Then, did you give it up for 24 hours? Were you successful, or did you give in to the temptation? Third, before the project, how hard did you think it would be to give up your favorite media source? So right now, as you're sitting this looking at the project, are you like, no big deal? Are you like, oh man, I don't know if I can do that? Write at least 3 sentences. How did the experience go for you? Were you tempted to give in? Did you feel left out? Write at least 3 sentences. And then your last question, do you think the media source that you gave up is a good or bad thing in your life? And then write at least 3 sentences. So it's kind of a fun project. I've done this multiple times throughout college and my life. And I recently gave up Facebook for 10 days. And it was actually a cool experience. I learned a lot about me. I learned a lot about media. I learned about how important things really are. But I also learned that is a great source for news. I felt kind of left out news-wise when I did it, and it really is eye-opening to do this. So honestly, if I were to choose, I would recommend doing this project. I think it is fun. I think it's eye-opening. I think you'll learn something. Really cool project. But it's totally up to you whether you want to do this or this city design project. If you choose to do this one, you'll find it at the very end of the unit. So you can complete it at any time, but you'll turn it in where you would normally turn in the essay project. And these questions will be listed in that section too, just at the very last lesson in the unit. If you have any questions at all, as always, feel free, get in touch with me, contact me. I probably wouldn't give up email because you need to talk to your teacher, so that's probably not something you want to give up. But whatever else you do, just have fun with the projects and enjoy yourself. All right, guys, have a great day. We'll talk to you next time.